Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to physics class. Okay, so till last class, we had discussed about the magnetic field. So that is a magnetic field due to the various factors we had discussed. Okay, we had discussed the potential energy. Okay, and also we had discussed the torque of the bar magnet when it is placed in the magnetic field, and the potential energy of the bar magnet when it is placed in the external magnetic field, and then Bohr magneton. So also for the Bohr, also from the Bohr magneton, we obtained the gyromagnetic ratio. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the magnetic field of Earth and the elements of the Earth magnetic field. So first, generally about the magnetic field of the Earth. So Earthோட magnetic field பத்தி யார் என்ன சொன்னாங்கன்னா வில்லியம் கில்பர்ட் அப்படிங்கிறவர் in the year 1600 he said that Earth itself a huge magnet. Yes, Earth itself a huge magnet. According to him, according to William Gilbert, this is the Earth. This is our Earth. This Earth have two poles. One is geographic North Pole, that is denoted by Ng. Another one is geographic South Pole, that is denoted by Sg. So Ng and Sg are the geographic North Pole and geographic South Pole of the Earth. So inside the Earth, a huge bar magnet is immersed. Okay, they assumed a huge bar magnet is immersed. That bar magnetic South Pole, which is facing towards the geographic North Pole. So that magnetic North Pole is facing towards the geographic South Pole. So here, this is magnetic South and this is magnetic North. Okay, so they assume like this. So inside the Earth, a huge bar magnet is buried. So Earth itself behaves as a magnet. And also they stated that when a soft iron magnet is buried under the Earth surface in a north-south direction, இது மட்டும் சொல்லல, எர்த்தோட சர்ஃபேஸ் கீழே ஒரு சாஃப்ட் அயன், ஒரு பெரிய சாஃப்ட் அயன் மேக்னெட்டை பரி பண்ணி வச்சிருந்தோம்னா தென் அதுவும் எப்படி பரி பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கணும், பை ஃபேசிங் நார்த் அண்ட் சவுத் டைரக்ஷன்ஸ். Then it is found that it acquires the magnetic property after some time. அதாவது நம்ம பூமிக்கு கீழே பூமியோட ஆழத்துல ஒரு பெரிய சாஃப்ட் அயன் பீஸை பரி பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம். லைக் திஸ் இஸ் அவர் எர்த். ஸோ எர்த்தோட நார்த் சவுத் ஜியாகிரபிக் நார்த் சவுத் டைரக்ஷன்ல ஒரு சாஃப்ட் அயன் பீஸை பரி பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கோம். அந்த சாஃப்ட் அயன் பீஸ் வந்து ஜியாகிரபிக் நார்த்தையும் ஜியாகிரபிக் சவுத்தையும் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிருக்கு. அப்படி இருக்கிறப்போ ஆஃப்டர் சம் டைம் திஸ் சாஃப்ட் அயன் that gets magnetized. இப்படி ஒரு கான்செப்ட் சொன்னாங்க. And then next, when we draw the field lines of the magnet, we come across the neutral point. It's a very important point. When we draw the field lines around these bar magnets, which is buried under the earth, we come across the neutral point. At these points, the magnetic field due to the magnet is neutralized or cancelled exactly by the magnetic field of earth. So அந்த ஒரு நியூட்ரல் பாயிண்ட்ல எர்த்தோட மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டும் அதோட மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டு பாயிண்ட்ஸ் தானா almost these exactly cancelled. Suppose if earth had no magnetism, then we could not observe any neutral point. Suppose நம்ம பூமிக்கு மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட்னு ஒன்று இல்லவே இல்லை அப்படின்னா நமக்கு நியூட்ரல் பாயிண்ட்ஸ்ங்கிற ஒரு பாயிண்டே தேவையே இல்லை. On the earth surface, the strength of the magnetic field is approximately, already it is found, 0.1 Gauss, but we are converting into Tesla. 0.1 Gauss, which is equal to, 1 Gauss is 10 to the power minus 4 Tesla. 0.1 means 10 to the power minus 4 by 10, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. So 1 Gauss is 0.1 Gauss, which is equal to 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. So this is the weaker magnetic field of Earth. Okay, already they found that the magnetic field of the Earth in Gauss it is 0.1 and Tesla it is 10 to the power minus 5. So this field is exactly extend up to the height nearly 5 times of the radius of Earth. So Earthோட radiusல this is Earth and this is the radius of Earth, it is 6400 km. அப்போ பூமியை சுத்தி இந்த magnetic field எவ்வளவு height வரைக்கும் எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கும்? This magnetic field extend up to 5 times the radius of Earth. Earthோட radiusல 5 times extend ஆயிருக்கும். So 5 times the radius of the Earth, which is equal to 32,000 km. So this is a generally about the magnetic field of Earth. நம்ம பூமியோட மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட பத்தி ஜெனரலா அவங்க சொன்னது இது இந்த 3 பாயிண்ட்ஸ், இது எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்டலா ப்ரூவ் பண்ணது. ஓகேவா? don't get confused. First point என்ன சொன்னாங்க, நமக்கு எர்த்துக்குன்னு ஒரு மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் இருக்கு. அந்த எர்த்தோட ஜியோகிராபிக் நார்த் போல்ங்கிறது நம்மளோட நார்த் போல்ல இருக்கும். எர்த்தோட சவுத் போல்ல தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்றோம், ஜியோகிராபிக் சவுத் போல் சொல்றோம். இப்படி இருக்க இந்த நார்த் டு சவுத் டைரக்ஷனை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி ஒரு ஹியூஜ் பார் மேக்னெட் டிப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. அசம்ஷன். ஓகே, திஸ் இஸ் ஆல் அசம்ஷன் ஒன்லி. டிப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. அந்த டிப் பண்ண மேக்னெட்டோட சவுத் போல் ஜியோகிராபிக் நார்த் போல ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியும், அந்த டிப் பண்ண ஹியூஜ் பார் மேக்னெட்டோட நார்த் போல் ஜியோகிராபிக் சவுத் போல ஃபேஸ் பண்ணி இருக்கும். அப்போ இந்த SM NM அப்படிங்கிற இந்த பார் மேக்னெட் இஸ் நதிங் பட் magnetic south and magnetic north which is facing north south directions. Okay, then second concept, in the bar magnet dip பண்ண மாதிரி, if you dip the very huge soft ion under the earth surface through the core, then after some time the soft ion pieces become magnetized because which was buried by facing the north to south direction. Then third one, while we are drawing the magnetic field lines, we come across the neutral points. Neutral, zero, magnetic field is zero. So at these neutral points, the magnetic field due to the magnet is neutralized or cancelled exactly by the magnetic field of Earth. Suppose Earth has no magnetism, then we need not to bother about neutral points. Okay, so the magnetic field of the Earth, it is absorbed 0.1 GeV or 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla, and this is very weaker magnetic field. Earth oda magnetic field ingiradhu ரொம்ப வீக்கரான magnetic field. நமக்கு இருக்க எலக்ட்ரோமேக்னெட்டோட magnetic field விட, லைக் solenoid or toroid oda magnetic field விட எர்த்தோட magnetic field இங்கிறது it's very weaker magnetic field. So the field is extend up to 5 times of எர்த்தோட radius. எர்த்தோட radius மாதிரி எவ்வளவு டைம் எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கும், 5 டைம் எக்ஸ்டெண்ட் ஆயிருக்கும். But when the distance increases, it become weaker. So அப்ப எர்த்த சுத்தி magnetic field எவ்வளவு தூரம் வரைக்கும் இருக்கும்னா 32,000 km வரைக்கும் இருக்கும், which means 5 times the radius of Earth. Next, we are going to discuss about the causes of earth magnetism. Now we are going to discuss the causes of earth magnetism. So earth oda magnetic field ku enna responsible, idu munadi pathu just general scientist oda or assumption, but now we are going to discuss how earth have the magnetism, that is the causes of earth magnetism. According to Professor Brackett, he said earth magnetism due to rotation of earth about its axis. It's very important thing because earth oda central enna irukku, earth rotate about its axis. Moreover, this earth, they have some substance. The substance are made up of proton and electrons. So substance which are made up of protons and electrons. So the reason one, the substances which are made up of protons and electrons. So the substance while rotating the earth, this is earth, this is north pole and this is south pole. So earth rotate about its axis. So the substance that contains protons and electrons. So while these protons and the electrons are rotating about its axis, so while rotating about its axis, while rotating about its axis, these protons and electrons that produce the equivalent current, yes, the circulating equivalent current rotating about its axis is the circulating equivalent current, that is moving charges produce magnetic field. அப்ப எர்த்தோட கோர்ல இருக்க அந்த பாசிட்டிவ் and நெகட்டிவ், the charge particle, so the charge particles that produces that circulating equivalent current are responsible for the earth magnetism. Very simple thing. Professor Brackett said that earth oda magnetic field north pole south pole vandadhu kaaranam enna, the substances in the earth which is made up of the two charge particles. What are the two charge particles? Proton and electron. So proton and electrons. So while rotating about the axis, these particles, these charge particles that produce the equivalent current, so the circulating equivalent current that produces magnetic field, which are responsible for earth magnetism. Then second one, in earth outer layer, look at this, in the outer layer of earth atmosphere, the gases are in ionized state, particularly due to gamma rays. So earth oda troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, ionosphere, exosphere poite irukku illaya. So in the outer layer of earth atmosphere, how the gases are there. Gases are not at room temperature. The gases are highly in ionized state. How gases can be ionized? Because beyond the ozone layer, the gases are highly ionized due to the cosmic rays or gamma rays. So the gamma rays are highly ionizing radiations. Cosmic rays are highly ionizing radiations. So these cosmic rays which are ionizing the gases in the Earth atmosphere. So while Earth rotates, the strong electric fields are set up due to the movement of charges. Due to the movement of charged ions. Atmosphere is not stationary. So due to the movement of charged ions, okay, so the current might be magnetized the earth. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? எர்த்தோட மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் இந்த காரணமும் சொல்லலாம். ஏன்னா எர்த்தோட அவுட்டர் லேயர், அட்மாஸ்பியரோட அவுட்டர் லேயர்ல பார்த்தோம்னா நமக்கு கேஸஸ்ல எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கும்? அயனைஸ்டு ஸ்டேட் which are responsible for cosmic rays. So due to the movement of charged ions which are rotates about its axis, the circulating currents might be responsible for magnetizing the earth. This is the second reason for the causes of earth magnetism. Then third one, earth core is extremely hot and molten. நம்ம பூமியோட சென்டர்ல பார்த்தோம்னா எப்படி இருக்கும்? இதுதான் நம்மளோட எர்த். எர்த்தோட சர்ஃபேஸ் வந்து உள்ளுக்குள்ள போக மேண்டல், பாறை அதுக்கு எல்லாம் கோர்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஸோ கோர்னா எர்த்தோட சென்டர்ல. ஸோ கோர்ல பாறைனா எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்குன்னா மோல்டன் ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கும். அப்ப அந்த பாறை மோல்டன் ஸ்டேட்ல லாவா மேக்மான்னு சொல்லுவோமா? ஸோ அந்த மோல்டன் ஸ்டேட்ல மெயினா என்ன மினரல்ஸ் இருக்கும்னா அயன் அண்ட் நிக்கல்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த அயன் அண்ட் நிக்கல்ஸ் எல்லாமே எந்த ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கும்னா மோல்டன் ஸ்டேட்ல இருக்கும். ஸோ the circulating iron and nickel. So the circulating iron and nickel are responsible for the magnetic field because moving charges produce magnetic field. அப்ப எர்த்தோட core about its axis the earth spins and the core contains a highly molten state of hot and molten state of iron and nickel, similarly like a charged particles. So these rotating or spinning the charged particle from the core about its axis of the earth rotation which are responsible for earth magnetism. And moon, we know moon. So moon core is, the core of the moon is very cool, very cold, very cool. So it has no magnetism. நம்ம moon இருக்கு இல்லையா, natural satellite of earth. Moon has no core. எல்லாமே ஒரே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும், completely dense. So no magnetism. After the moon, the next we are going to the Venus. So Mercury, Venus is the second planet in our solar system. So the Venus rotation is slower. It has slower rotation. So weaker magnetic field. Then which is the very biggest planet in our solar system? Beyond the Jupiter. It's a very big planet. So Jupiter, like its size, the rotation also faster. Among all the planets, this is the fastest rotating planet. So fastest rotation. So it have very strong magnetic field. So the Jupiter have strong magnetic field. How Jupiter have strong magnetic field? Due to fastest rotation amongst all the planets. இருக்கிற எல்லா planet in our solar system, the Jupiter, like its size, the rotation also very fast, so it have a stronger magnetic field. But the moon has no core, so no magnetism. Okay, but we'll consider the second planet, Mercury, Venus. So the Venus planet is a slower rotation, so weaker magnetic field comparing Earth. நம்மளோட எர்த் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்டு வீக்கர். அப்ப எர்த்துக்கு பக்கத்துல இருக்க வீனஸும் வீக்கர் மேக்னெட்டிக் ஃபீல்ட் தான். ஓகே, and now we are going to discuss some general features of earth magnetic field. Now we are going to discuss some general feature of earth magnetic field. Some general, yes, once again we recall So the reason for Earth magnetism is Earth core is highly dense and molten state. It has the ions, so the ions also rotating about its axis, so which are responsible for the Earth magnetism. And third one, it has some substances. It is proton and electron. So while the substances, the charged substances also rotating about its axis, then which are responsible for Earth magnetism. Now we are going to discuss some general features of Earth magnetism. Okay, so in this we know our Earth. This is our Earth. So our Earth has the two poles. One is geographic North Pole. This is geographic South Pole. So Earth always Earth நேரா சுத்தாது, கொஞ்சம் ஆங்கிள் சாஞ்சு தான் சுத்தும். So அதனோட ஒரிஜினல் ஆக்சிஸ்ல இல்லாம, yes, not about its original axis. அது எவ்வளவு ஆங்கிள் டில்ட் ஆகி சுத்துனா 11.13 degree east. Yes. So the Earth is inclined. Earth is inclined. எவ்வளவு ஆங்கிள்? Earth is inclined about 11.3 degree east about the axis of rotation. அது எந்த டைரக்ஷன்னா எல்லாம் north south. That is geographic. Along geographic north south directions. Okay. But already we are discussed, and this Earth have the equator. Where is the equator? Earth or center la irukku illaya. So this is geographic equator. Yes, this is, we can say, geographic equator. Geographic equator is at the center of the Earth. Okay. Now inside, a bar magnet is dipped. Okay, a bar magnet is dipped inside it. So the bar magnetic, and this is, what is this? This is geographic North Pole, and this is geographic South Pole. Similarly, the bar magnet, the imaginary bar magnet which was buried deeper inside it, and this is South Pole. Okay, this is South Pole of the magnet, this is the North Pole of the magnet. Then this axis. Okay, so this point which cuts this Earth, what is the geographic south is? Yes, we can say it is South Pole of the magnet, and here it is North Pole of the magnet. So in generally, for the particular magnet, the field lines emerge from North Pole. The field lines emerge from North Pole and merge to South Pole. The field lines emerge from North Pole and merge to South Pole. Externally from North Pole and merge to South Pole. So this is how the field lines emerge externally from North Pole of the bar magnet and merge to South Pole. So we can say that the magnetic equator that divides, yes, this magnetic equator we didn't draw. So what is the magnetic, how the magnetic equator will be? So this is how the magnetic equator. This is the magnetic equator. This is the magnetic equator. We'll write here. This is magnetic equator. So this magnetic equator, very careful. This magnetic equator that divides Earth surface into two hemispheres. Earth surface into two hemispheres. So the field lines enters into hemisphere of, so field lines enter into the hemisphere of, yes, the field lines enter into the hemisphere of north geographic pole. நமக்கு north geographic pole இங்க தான இருக்கு. So this is geographic north, this is magnetic north. This is geographic south and this is magnetic south. So the field lines entering into the hemisphere of geographic north and comes out the hemisphere of geographic south. So the field lines, so the magnetic field lines that enter into hemisphere of what is the hemisphere of, இதனுடைய enter ஆகுது, இந்த இடத்துல enter ஆகுது, ஓகேவா, இங்க enter, இங்க comes out, it comes out. So the field lines that enters into the hemisphere of geographic north and comes out hemisphere of geographic south. Okay, so this is a general feature about the earth magnetism. So listen it very, once again I will repeat, இதுதான் நம்மளோட actual earth. So earth rotates from east to west or west to east. This is north, this is south, this is east, this is west. So west to east, earth rotates from west to east about its axis how much, 11.3 degree east, 11.3 degree eastல தான் எர்த் கொஞ்சம் சாஞ்சி ரொட்டேட் ஆகும், சரியா? அப்படி ரொட்டேட் ஆகுறப்போ எர்த்துக்குன்னு ரெண்டு போல் இருக்கு, ஒன்னு நார்த் போல், இன்னொன்னு சவுத் போல். ஜியோ மீன்ஸ் எர்த். அப்போ ஜியோகிராபிக் நார்த் போல் இஸ் திஸ், ஜியோகிராபிக் சவுத் போல் இஸ் ஆப்போசிட் டு தட். So this earth have the equator. So this is geographic equator. So the geographic equator also divides the earth into two hemispheres. Similarly, the magnetic equator also divides the earth into two hemispheres. So when magnetic equator, the dividing the earth into two hemispheres, in one side the field lines are entering into geographic north and the field lines are coming out from the geographic south. So it is assumption. Okay. So next we are going to see the elements of earth magnetic field. Next topic, it is the elements of earth magnetic field. Actually these elements are completely describe the magnitude and direction of earth magnetic field. There are the three quantities. The first one is magnetic declination. Magnetic declination, that is denoted by theta. The second element is magnetic inclination or dip. The other name of the inclination is dip, that is denoted by del. The third element is horizontal component of earth magnetic field. These are the three components, these are the three elements of earth magnetic field. The first one is magnetic declination, the second one is magnetic inclination or dip, the third one is horizontal component of earth magnetic field. Now we are going to discuss about declination, that is magnetic declination. What is a magnetic declination? It's a very simple thing. We have a freely suspended magnet, so a bar magnet which is freely suspended. So while it comes to rest, it points the geographic north and south. So the freely suspended magnet that points the geographic north and the south. So the lines that joining the north and south pole of freely suspended magnet is called magnetic axis. What is a magnetic axis? The magnetic axis is nothing but the line joining freely suspended bar magnet from north to south. The line joining a freely suspended magnet from north to south direction is called magnetic axis. That is called as magnetic axis. Okay. So from this, the axis which should rotate in geographic axis is called axis about which axis about which it rotates is geographic axis. So the axis about which the magnet rotates is called geographic. This is magnetic north and magnetic south, and the ஒரு axis பொறுத்து அது rotate ஆகுது it rotates. The axis about which the magnet rotates is called geographic north and south. This is the geographic axis. What is the geographic axis? The axis about which the magnet rotates is called geographic axis. So here a small angle is made. A small angle is made between the magnetic axis and the geographic axis at the place. So a small angle is made between magnetic axis and the geographic axis. Is called what? That is the declination. It's called theta declination. Okay. Now still we are going to see discuss this in deeper. Let us assume the magnetic meridian. Let us assume the magnetic meridian. Okay. The magnetic meridian is denoted by ABCD or CDAB. AB, C and D. So ABCD is called, what is this? Magnetic meridian. Magnetic meridian CDAB. What is a magnetic meridian? It is nothing but a vertical plane. It is a vertical plane that passes through. It is the vertical plane that passes through this vertical plane that passes through the north to south line of the freely suspended bar magnet. That passes through north and south line of freely suspended magnet. அதாவது நூல்ல கட்டி தொங்க விட்டுருக்க ஒரு மேக்னெட்டோட வெர்டிகல் பிளேன் வழியா பாஸ் ஆகிற லைன் freely suspended magnet. Then this is called as magnetic meridian. But geographic meridian is nothing but it is the small angle made. So it is the small angle made. What is an angle? Theta. Then this point will be, this D means this is D dash. If this is D, this is D dash. So it is a small angle made. It's a vertical plane passing through geographic north-south directions, which is called as geographic meridian. Like this is called as geographic meridian. What is a geographic meridian? So geographic meridian is nothing but this is C dash, not D, C dash. Geographic meridian is nothing but C dash D A B dash. So what is its definition? So it is nothing but So it is a vertical line. It is a vertical line. It is also a vertical line that passes through geographic north-south directions. Don't get confused. This is magnetic north-south, na magnetic meridian. Geographic north-south valiya pochna, that is geographic meridian that passes through geographic north-south line of is called geographic meridian. Okay. Therefore, it is very clear that the angle. What are the angles? CB C dash. Angle CB C dash or C dash CD C dash, which is equal to BA B dash. BA B dash, which is equal to theta. அப்போ geographic meridian க்கும் magnetic meridian க்கும் இருக்க ஒரு small angle என்னது? That is called declination. Okay, so declination is a small angle between the magnetic meridian and the geographic meridian. And also here one more thing, we are going to see horizontal component and vertical component. What is called the horizontal component? Horizontal component is nothing but that lies along the magnetic meridian. The horizontal component is a line that lies along the magnetic meridian, horizontal line of the magnetic meridian. And vertical component is nothing but it is a vertical line that lies along the vertical line of the magnetic meridian. So this is the vertical component and this is the horizontal component. So a small angle that makes between the vertical line to horizontal line is called inclination. Okay, next we are going to see the inclinations or dip. So dip is the small angle between the horizontal component to the resultant magnetic field. This is the resultant magnetic field. Okay, the resultant magnetic field that meets at the point K. So the resultant magnetic field that makes an angle to the horizontal component of the magnetic meridian is called dip or inclination. So first number பார்த்தது declination. Declination முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. So இந்த dip எப்படி மெஷர் பண்ணுவோம்? Dip at the place it varies. So S லே பாத்தீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு inclination ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலயும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி இருக்கும். So S ஓட magnetic field resultant and horizontal component ஓட மேக் பண்ற angle என்னது? Dip. So now we are going to discuss about the dip, how to measure the dip or how to measure the magnetic inclination. For that we'll use a instrument called dip circle. What is the dip circle? Listen. So dip circle is nothing but it is a box. Okay. Inside the box, a magnetic compass is kept. Inside the box, a magnetic compass is kept. And on this, which was vertical scales are graduated. There is a vertical scales are graduated on this dip circles, which was divided into 0 to 0 degree and 90 to 90 degree, and which was further have small divisions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this, the divisions are there. Okay. So இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு small magnetic needle is mounted. We have chocolate color chocolate. Okay. So a small magnetic needle, and this is the axis. So about the axis, a small magnetic needle is mounted that can free to turn about the axis. Okay. And this is a box, and this is a with scale, vernier scale or vertical scale. Vertical scale, and this always points to south and north. Okay, and this entire box is mounted, and this entire box is mounted on a vertical pillar P that can free to turn or free to rotate about its axis. That can free to turn the angle 180 degree, 0 to 180 degree அளவுக்கு நம்மளால rotate பண்ண முடியும், which was mounted further by leveling. These are the leveling screws. Okay, so this arrangement is called dip circle. So இப்போ dip circle எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம்னா to determine the dip at a place. So இப்போ இந்த horizontal component ஓட இது create பண்ற angle தான் நமக்கு என்னது dip. So the magnetic needle that makes an angle between the horizontal component. Is it so? Yes. So this is the resultant magnetic field of Earth ஓட resultant magnetic field. அந்த horizontal component ஓட create பண்ற angle தான் என்னது dip. So இப்போ இந்த dip circle நம்ம ஃப்ரீயா rotate பண்ண முடியும். So அதுல ஒரு magnetic pivoted magnetic needle is there. This is the pivoted magnetic needle and P is the vertical pillar. This is the vertical pillar. Okay, these are the leveling screws, L dash. These are the leveling screws. Okay, இந்த leveling screw க்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி கரெக்ட்டா பேலன்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இனிஷியலா அது 0 to 0 இருக்க மாதிரி வெச்சிட்டு we need to rotate. While we are rotating, the needle also change. Suppose the needle ஓட new position எதை பாயிண்ட் பண்ணுது S ஓட resultant magnetic field. அப்ப S ஓட resultant magnetic field அந்த horizontal component ஓட கிரியேட் பண்ற angle தான் என்னது inclinations or dip. So inclination is also called dip. First முன்னாடி நம்ம declination பார்த்தோம். Declination is a small angle between magnetic meridian to geographic meridian, but inclination is a small angle between the resultant magnetic field that makes an angle to the horizontal component. Okay, so then one more topic is left, that is the vertical component of Earth's magnetic field. Now the next topic, it is the third component of Earth's magnetic field. So we have the three elements of Earth's magnetic field. The first one is declinations. Second one is magnetic inclinations or dip. Now we are going to see the horizontal component. Actually it's a vertical component, not vertical component. We are going to determine the third element of Earth's magnetic field is horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. So what is the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field? It is the component of total field strength of Earth's magnetic field in horizontal directions in magnetic meridian. Already we know, listen. So let us consider the magnetic meridian. So the first one is magnetic meridian. So the magnetic meridian is ABCD. ABCD or DCAB. This is called magnetic meridian. And this one is geographic meridian. This one is geographic meridian. That is, what is the geographic meridian? Geographic meridian, actually magnetic meridian is CDAB and geographic meridian is C dash DA B dash. Okay, which makes an angle theta. This is called declination. And now we are going to discuss the component. There are two components. One is horizontal component. The horizontal component that is along the magnetic meridian, and vertical component lies along the perpendicular to the magnetic field. This is vertical component. The vertical component that meet at a point M and horizontal component that meet at a point L. Then the resultant total magnetic field of Earth. This is the resultant magnetic field which makes an angle to the horizontal component is called dip or inclination. What is the dip or inclination? So what is the dip? The dip or inclination is nothing but to the resultant Earth magnetic field, the horizontal component making an angle. Okay. So from this it is very clear that BAK. So from this it's very clear that BAK that is equal to dip, that is delta. So the resultant along the AK is resolved into two components. Here the resultant magnetic field along AK, it is resolved into two components. So what are the two components? First one is horizontal component, that is along the AB. The first component is horizontal component. This horizontal component that lies along AB. So we can say that the horizontal component that lies along AB, this is horizontal component AL. So we can say that AL is equal to horizontal component, which is equal to R. This is the resultant. So R cos del. This is equal to R cos del. Similarly, we have the second component is vertical component. See, the vertical component is the vertical component that lies along AD. The vertical component that lies along AD. Therefore, AM which is equal to vertical component, that is equal to R sin del. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now we are going to square both the equations and adding. So square the two equations and add. What you will have? H square plus V square is equal to R square and cos square del plus sin square del, no? So cos square del plus sin square del is equal to R square. This is equal to 1. So R square into 1. Therefore, R square is equal to H square plus V square, or the resultant is square root of H square plus V square. That is horizontal component square plus vertical component square. So we obtain the resultant of H magnetic field at the place from the two components. Okay. And next, divide the two equations. Divide equation 2 is divided by 1. Then what you will have? So vertical component by horizontal component is equal to R sin del divided by R cos del. So R cancel. Sin del by cos del becomes tan del. So tan del is equal to V by H. Okay. So we obtain the ratio between the horizontal component to vertical component. And next one, listen. The next one, the value of this horizontal component is R cos del. Already we know. The value of the horizontal component is R cos del. So the value of horizontal component, already we know. What is horizontal component? That is H is equal to R cos del. It is same at every places? No, it is different at different places. It is different at different places on earth. So நம்ம பூமியில இருக்க ஒவ்வொரு இடத்துலயுமே ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரி இருக்கு இந்த horizontal component. Okay. So இதனோட value at magnetic poles. At magnetic poles, this dipோட வேல்யூ என்னவா இருக்கும்? Poles இப்படி இருக்கு. அப்ப இங்க வந்து polesல 90 டிகிரியா இப்படி மாறிடும். At poles it is 90 degree. Therefore we know already H is equal to R cos del, that is R cos 90 degree. But cos 90 is equal to 0. Then R into 0 becomes 0. Then horizontal component value becomes 0 at magnetic poles. But it is maximum at equator. Where? At magnetic equator. At magnetic equator, this delta is equal to 0 degree. Then the horizontal component is R into cos 0 degree, which is equal to 1, sin 90, 1. So H is equal to R. So horizontal component becomes the resultant at magnetic equator. Okay. So we have two components. What are the two components? The first component is magnetic vibrating magnetometer. We have vibrating magnetometer. that you're going to learn in your higher studies. And another one is deflecting magnetometer. Deflecting magnetometer. So both are used to measure the horizontal component. So the horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field are used to measure the two components. One is vibrating magnetometer, another one is deflecting magnetometer to measure horizontal component. Okay. So on Earth's surface, this horizontal component is already they found the value using this. On Earth's surface, the value of H is equal to 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. It is equal to 0.01 Gauss only, but accurately the value is 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. So this is the value of horizontal component on Earth's surface. Okay. So I think you are very clear about the three elements of Earth's magnetic field. First one is magnetic declination theta. Another one is magnetic inclination or dip. Third one is horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field. So we know the magnetic meridian and this is geographic meridian. And magnetic meridian ko geographic meridian ku angle. Na actually Earth diagram photo polla suma adla irukka and meridian muttu vechu potirukken. So the angle between small angle between the geographic meridian and magnetic meridian gives what is it? Declination. And inclination. What is an inclination? Inclination is the resultant magnetic field which makes an angle to the horizontal component. And horizontal component is denoted by R cos del. Vertical component is denoted by R sin del. Okay. So because the resultant is resolved into two components. So from that we found it. After that we are taking a square of both the equations and adding, you will get one value. And dividing second equation to the first equation, you will get tan del. Okay. Now how the value of the horizontal component on the Earth? It is not same at every places. It is different at different places. At magnetic poles, இப்படி இருக்க அந்த magnetic needle poles 90 degree வந்துரும். So 90 degree, so horizontal component is equal to R into cos 90 degree. That becomes 0. But at magnetic equators, this declination value is 0 because it is along the needle comes along the horizontal in a dip. So R is equal to H is equal to R cos 0. That is equal to R. So the resultant will be the horizontal at the magnetic equator. Okay. The two instruments, one is vibrating magnetometer and deflecting magnetometer. It is used to measure the value of horizontal component on Earth. On Earth's surface, the average value of horizontal component is 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. Thank you.